There's all kinds of activities we can check out, so let's go look around. Among the numerous cool activities that you can do while you're down here at the Infiniti Research Center is stop by the little Hurricane Preparation Center. They've got a whole bunch of little activities that you can go check out. We're gonna go take a look at a couple of them right here, but definitely a lot of fun for the kids, a lot of fun for families, and just pretty informative all together. So maybe we'll go find out what it's like to be in a little hurricane, and we'll just kind of find out what it takes to be prepared for one of these things. All right, we're gonna go find out what it's like to be in a hurricane and check it out right here. It's not that bad right now, but I can feel the wind picking up. I don't know what category we're at right now. It's at 78 miles an hour. Blowing pretty hard. So, 78 mile an hour wind blowing right now. Hope it's dropping out, so they basically brought me up to hurricane level Cat 1, 75, 78 miles an hour. So the hurricane preparation little exhibit they have here at the Infiniti Research Center is really quite a collection of different things to look at. Talking about how can we stop hurricanes, the hidden side of hurricanes, how hurricanes measure up, how do we measure them, the naming of hurricanes, everything from predictions to, over, under, and through a hurricane to storm surge, basic Hurricane 101 in preparation as well, an entire set of all the different types of things that you want to be having available to you in the event of a hurricane. And it is built sort of in this circular, sort of like a cyclonic exhibit that it resembles the arms and the eye of a hurricane, which would be right behind me with the door crossed off, which is sort of resembling what took place back when Hurricane Katrina came through the area, and they marked the homes and the doors to determine whether they were searched or not, and whether somebody was either found alive or even not alive in some cases. So, but the exhibit is really informative and something that I think everybody would enjoy, kind of learn a little bit about hurricanes. Shaping of watersheds. So this kind of gives an example of how they would do shaping of watersheds using a topographic map of the connecting landscapes and showing how the water flows through those different connecting landscapes. So basically you build up little mountains and you put lakes and rivers and dams and wetlands and coastal shorelands in here. And this simulator will go and show how the watershed flows and where does the water flow and where does it go. Things I was really excited about seeing when I got here was the Deep Ocean Explorer, which is right behind me. So this is a simulator that allows you to go down to the deepest depths of the ocean and see what is down there. So from plant life, animal life, or whatever may be down there going on, we're going to go in here and check it out. So let's go inside and see.
Today's mission
Here we go as we're on our way down.
Species populating this
At the
platform.
bottom down there. So you see the windows in the back as we go down with the oil rig in the background.
They become artificial reefs for coral polyps to attach and provide fish hiding places in an otherwise open
First, we
ocean.
have little portal windows right here by us as well that we can
Prepare
look
to
out.
survey local species.
And our little joysticks.
Activate data collection
So I think
screens.
that there's going to be some type
Read out
of
screen
task that we
ready.
got to do at the end of this.
4 fish species highlighted. Please count the number and type of all fish you see. Quests, we descend to the seafloor. Visually inspect pressure gauges directly
Looks like we're
and
about to
make
have some
necessary
issues here,
repairs. Increasing engine speed. Descending.
It has 4 minutes of power, so
Entering Bathypelagic Zone. Re-entering
So
Sunlit
right now,
Epipelagic
this is
Zone.
probably one of the
Temperature
cooler
rising.
exhibits that I've seen here. Things interactive, and of course you can see around that everybody gets to participate and be involved. And it's kind of cool to simulate being in a
Researchers and
submarine.
operators. Secure all
So I
stations.
think we're going to secure
and
everything
personal
down, and I
equipment.
think we'll all get
Prepare
ready
to disembark.
to get out since we've now gotten to the surface. But
For joining
good little
us.
simulator, y'all will definitely enjoy it when you come down
Congratulations
here.
on a
Now exist.
3D,
They're
baby.
verifying the satellite imagery and using the data for these models. Scientists predict.
So we're finally up here on the second floor, and this is where they display, it's like the space gallery. So there's all kinds of things about the space station, the space shuttle, Atlantis, Discovery, Endeavour, and all the things that are kind of going on today. So this particular area here kind of ties the past to the present and where we're going in the future, since the Stennis facility is a significant part of the space program as they've developed the engines that are going to be launching the Artemis into space. What they were supposed to be doing it sometime today, so just for reference, today is Saturday, September 3rd, and the Artemis was supposed to be launched today. It's been held up again, but eventually it will be going up. But that's what ties all of this together. So we're going to go look around up here and look at kind of where we were, the space station, the different items they have up here, and then tie that back to the Artemis and where we're going in the future. We're going to go check out the inside of the Orion here, a little immersive theater. Got a little show in it that kind of shows some of the things that are going on right now in the space industry. So let's go inside and see what we can find out in here. All right, guys, so really, really cool. Got the opportunity now. I'm sitting inside the Orion 1 craft. All right, bear with me. It's just a little theater, but still kind of cool. All right, guys, we've made it. We're now on Mars. Sitting comfortably inside the Orion craft as they get ready to show us a film right up here on the top. Just wanted to kind of see what it's about, learn a little bit about exploration of Mission 1 to the moon. So I'll tell you all about it. But more importantly, why don't you come here and come sit in this seat in the Orion and learn about the future of the space program as well. Okay, so here's a little exhibit to make waves, and you jump up and down a little pressure plate on the ground down here, and it shows you what type of wave action you create just by creating a pressure wave. So as we jump up and down, you can see the little waves back there. So here we go, we're going to jump. I see a little wave going on back there a little bit. Yeah, I feel a little ridiculous doing this, but you know, it's kind of cool that you can do this, and I guess if you jump up and down, you can create a bunch of ways. I hope I'm not making anybody sick right now watching this video jumping around, but okay. So pressure wave, you get to come here and check that out. There's so many things that you can check out, but even in the air industry, for the airline industry. So right now I'm standing at the base of a Rolls-Royce Boeing 787 Dreamliner fan intake for the jet engines. You can get an idea of how big this engine or intake is on just one of the engines that supports the flying of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. So the Apollo 4 module sitting right here behind me was launched November 9th, 1967 on board the Saturn V. It was launched up there to test whether or not the heat shield on this command module or entry vehicle would survive coming back to the Earth after they were in space. It would have been a terrible thing to send people up there before they tested the heat shield. So this is the actual Apollo 4 command module that was retrieved and is now sitting here in the Infiniti Research Center at Stennis to be able to look at. You can actually see some of the flame markings on the side where you can see as it re-entered the atmosphere where it looks like the fire lapped up at the edges of the module. And you can only imagine how cramped it would be to be flying in one of these Apollo modules, particularly for the amount of time they had to spend. So with this model, the Apollo capsule that carried crews of 3 astronauts on missions to space from about 1968 to 1972. Included 6 of these missions that reached the surface of the moon, including the historic Apollo 11 flight in July of 1969. On the 7th lunar mission, Apollo 13 failed to reach the surface of the moon, and after in-flight explosion crippled the spacecraft and forced a perilous return to Earth for the astronauts Jim Lowell, Fred Haise, and Jack Swigert. Haise's Apollo 13 spacesuit is on display in the Space Gallery. One of the first stops on our way to the moon over the next couple of years will be the development of a space station around the moon. Well, of course, we've got some experience in developing space stations. I walked through sort of a replica of what the existing International Space Station looks like from the inside. So basically, I'm inside one of the science labs in the International Space Station right now, and it's really kind of cool to look at all the different things that are in here, all the different panels and all the different things that they're doing different experiments on, different all kinds of racks with all the systems that they have to work and understand. So if you're young and you're in school right now, make sure you go to school, stay in school, and learn as much as you can about science and technology, engineering, and mathematics, because I think all of those things are going to be very, very important for the future, particularly if you're interested in the future out there.